I'm back, guys. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to stop and take this damn thing apart. Apparently, about every 20 minutes, it's still cutting off. And I have to go back through and do the whole thing again in order to get back up. It's it's like it's tested me. This I didn't have to actually, but I bought it an entire new outfit and redid everything, including the Chromebooks that I record and broadcast from. It's a brand new mic and all the stuff that goes with it, and yet I'm having trouble. I'm thinking about switching out my smaller baseboard, see if I can't find out what that problem is. So I'll wrap this up. I hopefully the time that they want me to get the fuck off. I don't know about the rest of you, but it's free and it's a reasonable way to speak to each other and talk about what the hell's going on in the world. I thought when I was young, it was pretty much, party hard, die young. Good looking corpse. That was just saying. It's not what we want for our kids, but that's pretty much what it was. So you get to this age and you go, oh, what the hell? I mean, every day I look around and go, seriously, what the hell is going on here? When they're interviewing kids, and this things just irritate me. When those same kids are asked, would you come and defend your country if your country was severely attacked? Oh, no, I wouldn't. Okay, but they just attacked us and are advancing. What, you wouldn't fight? No, I'd fight for them. I'm not fighting for us. And you can't make this shit up, man. They're at some community college, or God, it could be at Harvard for all I know. When it first started going on, I used to keep screaming it, and I was still kind of bedridden. It was screaming, "Where is the faculty? Where the hell are the parents?" When that was my kid, I'd beat the shit out of him all the way home and send him back to pick up his damn mess and find out how much it was going to cost him. Nothing happened to these people. Nothing. They defaced libraries and campuses and told us stories and statues, and I have no idea why you would go to a country. I'm with Douglas Murray on that. Shout out to Doug. Um, that may be over for mayor. I am sorry. Mr. Douglas Murray. He's a great guy. Fascinating. If there's something that comes out that he's on some clip, what have you, and I troll for them to hear him. He is amazing. I also used to give a shout out to Mr. Well, Professor Victor Davis Hanson, and he has a site called The Blade of Perseus, which is that right there. I got to see this. He's got a nice, he's got a lot going on. This guy does. He really does, and yet he can tell you all about Thermopylae in 4 or 5 minutes, and you understand it so much that you think you lived through it. He's that good. So I love those two. There are some of my go-to. Joe Rogan used to be my go-to, but I didn't like how, I think the boy's name was David. There was he had his friend there, and this was this David, supposed to be a comedian. I didn't recognize him. I think the name was David, but they were to interview Douglas Murray, and yes, I am a big fan of Douglas Murray. And the other one just seemed to get very, very angry and attack Douglas, like Douglas was starving the Gazans, and Douglas was trying to explain there's hundreds of tons of food sitting there that Hamas stole. We have footage of it. They're guarding it. What they do take out, if it's not for them, they're selling it for god awful prices. We can't seem to stop that. They're working on that. But you're giving Israel a lot. When you name me another country that as they came in and had to fight, live or die, pick World War II. You think, they flew food in for them first? No, they didn't. Most of them they just shot when they got there. You couldn't take prisoners in World War II. They bombed the shit out of places like Dresden, Berlin. I mean, you might have had two buildings, kind of charred rails standing up with some stone. There wasn't slap, nothing left. Now I don't know how the Israelis restrained themselves enough to not do that. As I can't say if I was in that position that I wouldn't do that. I think I would. I'm pretty sure I would. It, no more of my people would die. I'm not going to have my people run and pray that it doesn't hit the concrete bunker that is attached to their home that they all have to have, and pray that it'll hold. No, I wouldn't. Now they have taken out the Air Force, but these rocket launcher shits that's still coming over and over and over and over. And it's been doing this for years, decades. For me, it would have been time to stop that the first week they started it. I'd have pounded them into dirt. Yes, there would have been civilian casualties. There sure would have been. But you name me any other war that there hasn't been civilian casualties. And in the 21st century, they had no reason to murder 1,200 plus kids dancing. Now I don't know why they were only a couple of clicks from the Gazan side. And when I found out their protection was a fucking wire fence, I went ballistic. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" They had nowhere to go. As they got to their cars, they gunned them down, sent rocket fire into them, started them on fire. People ended alive. They did so much heinous things that Israel will not release all of the footage, and they've got the footage. They were hunting down the ones that had done this, and they've gotten quite a few of them. The ones that called home, "Hey, look at me! These guys are dead by my hand." These guys were gleeful about what they did. They loved it. They loved beheading the babies and people and so forth. They were running around with their heads. I mean, this is a despicable thing. This is a despicable beyond belief. I mean, on steroids thing. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I could talk a lot on this one. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to jump topic, and then see if there's anybody that wants to know something, so you can slit it up here. Ladies, shut the hell up. I don't. I love the country I'm in, but I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed to have it until Trump came in, even pretended to be with Israel. I don't have any idea what NATO does or what the UN does because I haven't flipping seen them do nothing. And I'm not going to give my age away, but we'll just say a half a century. I'd like to have gotten the answer to that question. Also, why do we have to freaking pay them? They don't do nothing. But that's beside the point. They don't like it if you get a little bit questionable. I understand here now in Britain, they have an entire task force of people that they're using to arrest people on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on what have you, whatever platform they use, because they don't like what they're saying, and they're going to arrest them and put them in jail. One young lady spending 32 months in jail. She got 5 kids. Are you kidding me? How the hell is that free speech? And I'm looking around going, do I have black helicopters yet? Because I'm bored. Bring it. Come on, boys. Pay me out. It's just beyond belief to me. I don't know what's going on. Have to pardon me. Some of the stuff really bugs me, and I hate wearing my glasses all the time because then everything's blurry when I take it off. I had 2 eye surgeries, and still they ain't gotten anything right. I also hate these headphones, but if I don't have the headphones on, it's a whole different experience. You're not quite sure if you can be heard. So I'm sticking with it for the time being. They give me a headache. Yeah, I know. I could have done something about that first, but I didn't. There's no, I don't know where to stop or where to talk. Statues were taken down because they're Confederate statues. Thank God some of them were at least protected. But that's literally book burning, folks. I don't know about the rest of you. But some of us should have been out there going, "Hey, wait the hell. What? Knock it the hell off and get out of my street and put this shit back while you go." At some point, somebody, and I loved Trump, actually. I thought I wouldn't like him. I liked him the first term, and I liked him now. I loved watching him on the podcast. I fell over laughing. Dude's funny. He's funny with this kind of dry wit. I mean, he don't crack a smile hardly. Funny as hell. And like Cat Williams, I quote Cat Williams saying, "Our president doesn't give a fuck." Well, do you think he could take a call from the Kremlin at 2 a.m.? Oh, motherfucking president doesn't even fucking sleep. Of course he could take the phone call. He's a fucking vampire. Hey, Cat. I'm sure I didn't tell that as well, but I got the point. And Trump really does. It seems like he's just running these people ragged. I just love that too. I see, and before it signs me off itself, because I'm not sure what the hell it's doing it for. See if I can't pull a rap together. Uh, I don't know. I get up here and I say, "Oh, I'm going to talk about something today," and then I go off on a tangent on four different things that I didn't bother to talk about today. So if there's anybody out there, do please give me a hand. Send me something that you want to talk about, that you know about, that you don't like, that you like, that you might like later. Subscribe, hit the damn like bell. It doesn't cost much. It's like a second and a half. I must have 5,000 people that I've liked, And are any of them behind me? I haven't seen them. I do have almost 300 people. I might have a little over 300 people now that subscribe. And I do love y'all very much. And subscribed or no, I still enjoy this medium. And I hope we don't lose it. I hope everybody jumps on board of this thing. I noticed there was a whole lot of people that was fired from CBS and MSNBC and CNN. They all suddenly had podcasts, and I'm still really going. I had started mine because I had watched Joe Rogan for some time, and then I retired, and I said, I'd like to try that. I like to talk to people. I always have, and so I'm going to try that. And so I told my son, that's what I wanted to do. Told my husband, Christmas they both got me starter kits, so I had enough equipment to actually set up mine and to talk to someone else. And again, I usually explain why it's just me. I don't know the top list people. They're not likely to come to my house, and I'm not going to theirs. I also found it interesting how many were actually in bars, or might as well have been bars. One does have a bar. Who is that? Bill Maher. He's funny when he's at home relaxing, smoking a joint. I mean, I love it. It delivers to your door. It doesn't say Lady Hippie up there for no reason, folks. If you think you're talking to somebody that's a June Cleaver type, in some ways, yes, I am. In particular, to protect children. But at the same time, I'm not going to shy away from the truth either. I know how much pain I was in. I know what helped me get through that 10 years, it seemed like. But it wasn't anything that they gave me. Actually, it was always just pick you up some Excedrin or some Tylenol. You wouldn't believe the breaks that I had on my leg, and they will not heal. The way they've done it, they'll always be the. It was when I saw the X-ray, I started to scream again. Like, my physical therapist, Dale, do you want me to put a print out? No, fuck no. I look at that shit, I'll be going right back to the hospital. Speaking of Trump up on the roof, it was funny too what he said. And he said, "Hi, Peter," which I loved. But he also said somebody asked him something about what he was doing. He was saying he was getting some fresh air, and I'm just looking, see what we need to do. It's my money. I can do what I want with my money. Saying, but the ballroom, you spend how much taxpayer money? Something to that effect. It was donations, and my check, by the way, is a donation also. So we are adding things to improve the White House. It's not costing the American citizen a dime. You gotta love that. You just gotta love that. I don't know why people don't give him credit for a lot of things. I've seen him also try to bring peace, and he has succeeded in bringing peace to a lot of places. I don't believe those guys are machine gunning, tankers and boarding them and taking them as piracy. I didn't know why they weren't armed by the second time around, but what do I know? I know once he did take control back of the Panama Canal and the Red Sea. I saw that one of them is one of the boats, and they kind of shoot a couple of times. I give a warning, and the third time it went, and that was it. I shouldn't laugh, maybe, but that was funny as fuck. I mean, that's literally you're taking a knife to a gunfight. I don't know what took him so long to do that part. I'd have got him about 3 miles out. Going, you think I got the range? Who's got the bet on this one? I'm evil like that. I don't like it when you go in, you kill civilians, and then the whole world goes, "Yeah, they deserved it. They need Palestine." Please, people, they got everything, including their graves, out of there and gave it to them. So it's all yours. It was their infrastructure they were using for gas, lights, water, Wi-Fi. Everything had been put there by the Israelis, and they were still using that. And they were like, "Well, we want to take our infrastructure back too." Then, you don't get that too. And then it's, of course, you're holding them hostages and so forth and so on. Again, it's like it wouldn't do for me to be in because you'd be telling me that shit. I'd be doing my best to show you that I was doing that shit. Hamas is where? Move that water over there. I don't know how many young Israelis have passed away, but I heard that one young woman was, um, they do mandatory service, and we do voluntary. She called her parents and she told them she had to get to her unit. And they begged her not to. She was a civilian, she didn't have to go. And she said, "No, I have to be with my unit." And she loved them, and she left with her unit. She caught them and left with them. And she was dead less than 24 hours later. A rocket landed and took her. 23. She still responded. I'm not going to say my exact age, but I'm surprised I'm still sitting here talking to you from Georgia. If I were younger, I'd have parachuted out over Israel. I wouldn't have cared. I'd have got to Israel. But I'm seeing that my time is off until I figure out what's going to do. It's just going to cut us again. So take it easy out there, guys. Look around you. Things shouldn't be happening the way they are. People should be taken on how they treat you, and you treat everyone else like you want to be treated. It's not rocket science. It's okay. I can take your opinion, but don't get in my fucking face and scream your opinion at me like I'm supposed to be your opinion. That's gonna get you hurt. I will look for something to hurt you with. I mean, I am not nice. He's swinging a person around, slapping. But again, it's time for me to go on off and have a good day. I'm thinking about coming on this weekend. I'll have to work out some of these bugs. I'm not sure if I'll be here or not. If I am, hey, look out. There it went.